skill and math money session. So today we will be dealing with standard form. Now, when you say standard form, standard form is also known as what? Scientific notation, which is denoted as what? A times 10 to the power n, where this A is the base and 10 is the constant and n is the power given. Now, example is 0. Evaluate the following numbers in standard form. That is 278,000 to standard form. Look at these numbers, they are not in standard form yet. Now they ask you to evaluate them to what? In standard form. 0.0007012 to standard form, and 728600 and 2301000 to standard form. Now, this letter A, we have letter A, the solution of letter A. The solution of letter A. We have what? 278,000 to standard form now. When the number is given to you, and there is no decimal in the numbers, and they ask you to evaluate them to standard form, now you start moving the decimal point from the right hand side. And if you start moving the decimal point from your right hand side, the power will be a positive power. If you start moving decimal point from your right hand side, the power will always be what? A positive power. Now, there is no decimal point in this. Now it means you have to start moving the point from here. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The decimal point also should be what? Between the first and second number, that is here. Between the first and second number here. If I move it up to this number, it is not a standard form. You have to move it from here to the first and second number. From the right hand side to first and second number. We move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now this will be 2.78. Now forget about the zeros now. We have 2.78. How many times do we move it? 5 times. Therefore the power will be times 10 to the power 5. Therefore the power will be a positive power of 5. That is the solution of A. Now B. We have 0.007012 to standard form. Now this one and this one, they are a little bit different. This one we have decimal point there at the left hand side. Now if the decimal point is at the left hand side, when you start moving the decimal point from this left hand side to the right hand side, therefore the power will be what? A negative power. So now if you start moving the point, you have to move the point until you have the first and second number apart from 0. You should have the first and second number. If you move the decimal point from here to the first and second number, you stop there. Therefore you have to put the point there. That is 1, 2, 3. Now look at this. This is between this is first number and second number. Why I don't put it here or here? Because 0 is not included in this standard form when we are talking about the standard form. Now we move with 1, 2, 3. We have the first number as 7 apart from 0. Now the answer will be 7.014. How many times do we move it? 1, 2, 3. We move it 3 times. Times 10 to the power. The power will be what? A negative power, because we start moving the decimal point from what? The left hand side. I told you, when you start moving the decimal point from the left hand side to the right hand side, the power will be a negative power. So here 1, 2, 3, it will be minus 3. That is the solution of B. Now C. We have 728,600. So now this sample C and A are all the same. Here also there is no decimal point. I told you earlier that when you start moving the decimal point from the right hand side to the left hand side, the power will be a positive power. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have it between the first and second number. This will be 7.286 times 10 to the power. How many times do we move it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times to the left. Therefore the power will be 5, positive 5, the positive power. Now D. We have 23010000. Now look at this now. Here also the same thing. There is, look at this. We have only the numbers. There is no decimal point now. Now we have to start moving the point from what? From the right hand side. And I told you earlier that when we start moving the point from right hand side to the left hand side, therefore that power will be what? A positive power. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this will be 2.301 times 10 to the power. How many times do we move the decimal point? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times. Therefore, the power will be what? A positive 7. Therefore, this is A, this is the 10 constant given, and this is N. The power here is N, the number is here, that is the base, that is 10. Example 2. What is the product of 25.74 and 5.5? It means the product of 25.74, it means when you multiply 25.74 by 5.5, what will be the answer? The product means when you multiply the two numbers given. Now, we have 25 point, that is A, 74 by what? 5.5. 25.74 by 5.5. Now, when you take the calculator, you use your calculator now. 75 multiplied by 5.5. 25.75 multiplied by 5.5. That will give you 141.625. 141.625. Now, this is what you got. 141.625. This is not in standard form. They said what? B says what? Leaving your answer in what? Standard form. This is the answer of E. But the question is incomplete. Why? Because B said what? Leaving your answer in what? In standard form. Leaving your answer in standard form. Take the answer that you got from A, bring it down. That is 141.625. Now, B, they ask you to what? Leaving your answer in standard form. It means the answer that you got in A, you have to take it to what? In standard form. Now, the decimal point is here. Moving 1, 2. Since the decimal point should be between the first and second number. So we move it 1, 2 times. So here the answer is 1.41625 times 10 to the power. How many times do we move it? 1, 2, we move it 2 times. Therefore, the power will be a positive power of what? 2. Because I told you earlier that when you start moving the decimal point from what? The right hand side to the left hand side, therefore the power will be what? A positive power. But when you start moving the point from left hand side to the right hand side, therefore that power will change to be what? A negative power. Example 3. Simplify the following numbers and leave your answer in what? In standard form. So now the questions are given. We have 3.72 multiplied by what? 10 to the power 3. We have 8.2 exponent 5, 2.25 exponent minus 3 divided by 5.5 exponent 8. We have 7.86 exponent 5 and minus 2.21 exponent 4. We also have 2.899 exponent 6 and plus 1.211 exponent minus 5. So now, first of all, we are to solve the first question given, that is A. We have 3.72 exponent what? 3. Multiplied by, we have 8.2 exponent 5. So now, these are the two numbers that we get. Now, when you are dealing with multiplication sign in standard form, these are the bases. Take the two bases, these numbers, multiply them and add the powers. Take the two bases and add the powers. Now, this is 3.72. That is what you got here. This side multiplied by, what do we get here? 8.2 multiplied by 10 to the power. Take the powers. Since we have this sign, addition sign between these two operations or these two numbers, we have to take these bases, multiply them, and add the powers. That is 3 plus 5. 3 and 5, we have to add them. Since it is what? Since we have this operation, that is multiplication sign between them. That will be 3 plus 5. Now, when you take your calculator now, you multiply these two numbers. That is 3.75 multiplied by 8.2. That is how much? That will give you 30.75. that is 30.75. If you multiply these two numbers, it will give you 30.7 times 30.75 multiplied by 10. 3 plus 5 is what? 8. 3 plus 5 is 8. Therefore, here we have 30.75 times 10 to the power 8. Is this number in standard form? No, it is not in standard form. So therefore, we have to take it to what? In standard form. Look at this number. It is not in standard form. The number should be what? The decimal point should be between the first and second number. That is between these 3 and 0. It means we have to move it 1. When we move this decimal point 1, it means we have to take that one, add it to the power again, because we move it 1 times. And I said now, when we start moving the decimal point from right to left, the power will be what? A positive power. Therefore, we have to add 1 to this 8. So therefore, here the answer will be now 3.075 times 10 to the power. It was 8, now it will be 8 plus 1. So therefore, the final answer for this one will be 3.075 times 10 to the power. 8 plus 1 will be what? 9. This is the final answer. Because you cannot leave this as this, because it is not in standard form. You cannot multiply and leave it as 30.75. 30.75 times 10 to the power. It is not in standard form yet. Because the standard form is said to be what? The points will be between the first and what? And the second number. So therefore you have to move it 1. So that the point will be between the first and second number. So when you do that, you'll have 3.075 multiplied by 10 to the power 9, because the decimal point that you move 1 to the right to the left hand side, you add 1 to it to make it 9. So B we have 2.25 times 10 to the power minus 3 divided by, we have 5.5 times 10 to the power 8. 12.5 times 10 to the power 8. Now, we have 2.25 exponent minus 3 divided by 5.5 exponent 8. So now, here also, we have to take these numbers here, divide them, take their powers, subtract them. When you have, since we have what? The division sign between them. When you have multiplication sign between them, you add the powers. When you have division sign between them, you subtract the powers. That is the difference. If you have multiplication sign between them, like the first sample A, you add the powers. When you have division sign between them, like this sample B, you subtract the powers. So you have to divide them and then subtract the powers. So this is 2.25 divided by, this is 5.5 times 10 to the power. This number, this is minus 3. If you subtract them, you will minus what? 8. It means you minus 3 minus 8. So therefore, this will be what? 2.25. If you take your calculator now, if you take the calculator, you punch, you press 2.25 divided by 5.5. That will give you 0.409090. Times 10 to the power. Look at this. Minus 3 minus 8 is how much? That will give you minus 11. So this is minus 11. This is in what? Minus 11. But is this in standard form? No. We have to take it to what? In standard form. This is not in standard form. We have to take it to what? In standard form. Now, we move the point 1. Now the point is between the first and second number. So this will be 4.090909090991 times 10 to the power. Since we move it 11, since we move it 1, we already have minus 1. But since we move it 1 here, we have to what? We have to subtract 1 from it. Because I told you that when you are dealing with these numbers, when you start moving the decimal point from what? From left to right, the power will be a negative power. So this power will be minus 1. So you just subtract minus 1. So therefore, you will have 4.09090991 0.09090991 times 10 to the power minus 12 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 12. So that is the answer for B. Now C. We have 7.86 times 10 to the power 5, that is exponent 5, minus 2.2 times 10 to the power 4, that is exponent 4 now. When you are dealing with subtraction and addition in standard form, it is different from division and multiplication. When you are dealing with subtraction and addition, you have to take the numbers. They are what? Look at these numbers first. They are what in standard form right now. So you have to take it to the ordinary form. You have to take it to the ordinary form where you have no decimal point. So now when you want to take these take these numbers to ordinary numbers, ordinary form. Now we have 7.86. Check the power. What is the power? The power is what? Positive power. Then we have to take the decimal point to what? To this side, because the power is a positive power. So this one also we have to take it to this side, so that we can eradicate it from being standard form to what? Ordinary form. Now that will be 7.86. We want to change this from standard form to be in what? Ordinary form. So we move with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because the power is what? 5. So we left with 0, 0 minus. Look at this. Also, we have to move it. This is 2.2. 4 times, because the power is positive power. 1, 2, 3, 4. The rest will be 0. So therefore, this will be 7, 8, 6, 0, 0, 0 minus. This is 2, 2, 0, 0, 0. So look at these two numbers now. Subtract them now and take it back to what? Standard form. So look at this. This is, if you take the calculator, this is 7, 8, 6, 0, 0, 0. You have what? 3 zeros. Minus 2, 2, 0, 0, 0. You have 3 zeros. When you subtract them now, you have what? You have 7, 6, 4, 0, 0, 0. Now you take it back to what? Standard form. There is no decimal. It means you have to start it what? To this point. You have to start it from here and move it towards what? Left hand side. And when you start moving the point from what? Right to left, the power will be what? A positive power. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we have 7.64 times 10 to the power 5. This is the positive power. That is the solution for samples D. That is sample D. Now 2.899 multiplied by 10 to the power 6 plus 1.211 exponent minus 5. Now I told you that addition and subtraction, when you are dealing with them in standard form, you have to take all the numbers given to what to be in the ordinary form. Look at this. They give 2.899 exponent 6. Therefore, you have to take this to be in what? In ordinary form, where you don't have any point. You have 1.211 exponent minus 5. You have to take it to ordinary form. So that is the end of the lesson, and we will be coming with other subtopics like fractions and the others in the next episode. So please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share the video. Thank you for listening and watching.